we would get up an hour and a half before we needed to be anywhere. It seemed like we were always down at the very last minute and the very last second and that minute before we could get everybody pushed out of camp, headed toward breakfast. If you've ever herded cats, it's much the same. Okay, so, all right, I have a couple of, and I don't want to say ANNOUNCEMENTS, so I won't.
Even though we just spelled it?
I think it was.
No.
And I have to say it for it to count. So, calendar items. As you all know, coming September the 25th,
25th,
we got popcorn coming.
we have $35,000 worth of popcorn.
All right, so that's going to fund our troops. Okay,
Where
that's
did you
going
do that?
to fund the boys' high adventure program. Okay, and as I've said this many times, even though there are several boys that aren't eligible for high adventure next summer, the following summer they could be. And even that goes for the younger boys, but you can build your money up and put it into the troop bank, and then when you do become eligible for high adventure programs, you can go to that money that you've built up over 3 years till you turned age 14, and you were eligible to go on a high adventure trip. So the goal here would be is, even though you're just a scout or a tenderfoot or a second-class scout, and you're not going to get to go anywhere this coming summer on a high adventure trip, we're still going to go to Camp Key, and we'll probably do something else that doesn't cost a lot of money, but that gives you the opportunity to save money now, so that when you are eligible to go someplace like Philmont or Northern Tier, or as Jeremy wants to go and lay on the beach, Sea Base.
No, beach, I want the yacht.
Oh, you want to go on the yacht? That's
Show
right.
me
He
around
wants
the
to go
yacht.
sailing. So, anyway, the month of October, we are going to be absolutely, I'd like to hit it hard enough to where we're well on our way by the middle of October to getting rid of that popcorn. Okay? But that's not going to happen if I don't have boys signing up for these show and sells that Gina's going to have. Gina, do you have anything you want to add, say?
Well, next Tuesday is the 22nd, is that correct? We will do our popcorn kickoff, and I will invite any on Monday.
Next Monday.
Sorry, next Monday night, popcorn kickoff, same time as the regular meeting. I'll have all the show and sell dates available then for everybody to sign up. And as much as I want to tell you that there are enough leaders here that we can do this without parents' help, that is absolutely not the case. When our show and sales are scheduled, we're talking 3 a day at 3 separate locations, sometimes in separate counties, and it has to be 3 boys and a minimum of 2 leaders, depending on where we are. So that can be 1 leader and a parent, so we will definitely be recruiting parents. So I invite you all back next week to join us for our popcorn kickoff, and you'll see more of what the things that the boys want to do and information about that, so how it'll apply to their money that they're earning.
Let me throw in a mention here. We worked hard on the formula this year to where the boys personally will be earning more than the troop will out of their popcorn money. In the past, you guys have got 10% back from the Cub Scout program on a gift card. What we're talking about is setting up an account where you have money saved up for program expenses, and we're talking 20% back from your pocket. That's, the troop will be getting 13% back. So you guys have the opportunity, this as we go forward, and this will be year after year, like Chris was saying, it can accumulate.
Yes.
So when we have these big ticket items and you got a $2,000 ticket to go to Philmont, you can look at your account and say, well, I've already got $900 last year, and now we're going to save up another $700, so all Mom has to come up with is $300 for a $2,000 trip. So, yeah, I'm really excited. Gina and Chris and some of the other adults sat down and we worked hard on this formula. I'm really excited to see you guys be successful. I think you guys have a great opportunity. So I just wanted to add that in there. And parents, we'll go over that formula next week with the kickoff.
So we invite all the parents
Absolutely.
to come back next Monday night for popcorn kickoff. That way we can go into depth more so than we are tonight, about why it is so important for you as the parents to encourage them to sell popcorn. Because I know at some point I'm going to have 2 boys in the troop, and I can't even imagine right now the estimated cost to go to Philmont, which is our goal for 2016, is a trip to Philmont for everybody that is first class and age 14, that's the requirement to go to Philmont, is $1,600 per boy, per league. Okay, I don't get to sell popcorn, so I wish I could. But
We
anyway,
tried to figure out a formula for that.
yeah, and we just couldn't make it compute. So the last thing I have is the next camp out, next big camp out that we're going to do will be the Cole Camporee. Okay, and that is over toward Hazard, Kentucky, but it won't be till after popcorn's over. It's the 14th, 15th, and 16th of November. So not only they don't give us an address on where to go, they give us GPS coordinates. It is in the middle of nowhere, and it is on a reclaimed strip mine area. It's put on by Friends of Cole. There's little to no cost. I think it is the actual cost to the camporee, $5.
Yeah.
Now, there'll be costs for food and stuff because we have to provide all our own meals and they'll be cooking and all that. But just fee to the council is $5. So anyway, that's our next camp out. We won't be doing any camping in October because that's popcorn. And I want to concentrate everything we do every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, on selling popcorn. Okay? So, Chris, do you have anything?
I do, actually.
Come
I
on.
don't think I told you. I just want to say, last two weekends ago, the pack the troop camped with the pack and did Leave No Trace and Emergency Prep. So one patrol did Leave No Trace, did a program for the younger boys, and did Emergency Prep. And actually, our 2 venturers that just got their cooking requirement knocked out of the way actually did part of that by teaching cooking to those boys. Since then, we've had a couple different meetings with the Cub Scouts, and I have heard absolutely nothing but thanks and great things from the parents, from the unit leaders, that you all did an amazing job, and the kids enjoyed it and had a lot of fun. So I just wanted to say thank you all on behalf of the pack. And
We've been invited back next year already.
We already have, yes.
And you boys, I wasn't there, and I apologize, sometimes I can't be there. But I have heard round and around and around how good you all did. So you all made me very proud, very proud.
I was there, and just listen. The 2 Monday nights prior to the pack camp out, Jeremy prepared the boys. It was a little rocky the first Monday night. The first Monday night they already knew what they would be doing, what their classes would be on, and they were supposed to bring their presentation, the starting of their presentation. Each boy was assigned a certain area they were supposed to do. And the first Monday night,
I was scared.
yeah, Jeremy.
I thought I put myself on a limb by promising the Cub Scouts that you all would be there. And you all heard me, I had that talk with you guys that night. For the parents who didn't get privy to that talk, I was scared. I thought I put a bit too much off for these boys. The second Monday night, they had their presentation material. They were still a little rough on the edges. Jeremy worked with them. Chris and I did.
I wasn't here that night.
We sat back and heckled them like we were kids. Trying to make them as nervous as they could and whatnot. And
So
I had faith after that.
So when Saturday came, I didn't interject any whatsoever. It was their program. We put one patrol on one end of the pavilion, them set up their classroom and where to hang their posters that they had made and that for their visual aids. And other than that, I had no interaction. Now, the only adult interaction they had in their class was from the PAC leaders and the PAC parents. But they taught the classes on their own. As far as I know, that's probably the first time most of these boys have ever had to do anything like that. All right, they had to stand up in front of younger kids, but they also had to stand up in front of their peers, right? Because they each had to teach a class. And that's what this program's about. Because it may only been a little bit, but these boys all grew this past weekend. Because they had to have responsibility and they had to teach these classes. Now, next year, I'm sure the PAC's going to come back to us again and say, hey, can you teach those classes to us again? And we may do the same ones, or they may choose to do something totally different, as Jeremy found out after he assigned orienteering and leave no trace, and the orienteering turned into emergency preparedness. Because one patrol thought that would be easier to teach. And as I said, no, orienteering would have been much easier, but teach emergency preparedness. That's what y'all want to do, figure it out. And they did, and they taught emergency preparedness. So, and I was impressed. So they did a good job.
Congratulations.
However, I would say that Daniel got the most likes out of the parents there because he went out of his way to not only make friends with all the kids, but memorize all their names. You gotta realize there's like 46 kids. So.
And I have had compliments on Daniel and his interaction with the kids over that weekend. So, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I see Steve has left. So here's the deal. Steve always did door prizes, and it included everybody. I'm not going to do that. I'm giving door prizes tonight. I have 2, but they're for the boys, because this is about the boys. It's not about the parents, it's about the boys. So, Jonah, if you will draw one slip of paper out. And who is it?
Daniel McQuarrie.
Since Daniel likes to eat, right? Your very own backpacking stuff. Don't be looking. Who we got? Oh, it's rigged! It's rigged! Jonah Pfeiffer! So, a Dutch oven cooking book with recipes so that we can maybe get some good Dutch oven cooking, right?
Hey, they've been pretty good. We had Cherry Cobbler.
And biscuits actually came out.
And you know, we found a secret about biscuits. You can
Don't tell them, don't tell them.
Oh, it's my it's our secret, never mind.
You can cook double layer. You can.
Well, there's a secret.
But if you cook double layer, the middle, the top layer and the bottom layer, don't cook all the way through. We know how.
Oh, you know how? You're not going to share that, are you?
Unless no, I guess not.
All right. So, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy.
Cheryl just asked me if I'd share it with him. He's the one who figured it out.
Oh, nice. This is nothing, right?
No, that was something, yeah.
Okay, it's nothing. So, this concludes our Court of Honor. Hopefully our next one will be in December. Oh, we do have skits, don't we? Oh, yeah.